Good morning, everyone. My name is Ilkin, and today I'm going to explore a topic that goes far beyond the trophies and medals. We often see athletes at the top of their game, smiling on camera, breaking records, and winning big. What we don't always see is what happens behind those perfect moments. In this presentation, I want to take you beyond the scoreboard and look deeper into what success really means for athletes and why, even after achieving so much, some of them still feel lost or unfulfilled. The inspiration for my project comes from the TED Talk by Valerie Field, the longtime USLA gymnastic coach. In her talk, Why Winning Doesn't Always Equal Success, she shares how she once believed success meant perfection and championships. But after seeing her athletes break down emotionally, she realized that trophies don't always bring happiness. Field redefines success as joy, growth, or purpose, not just results. Her words made me question what's really happening behind the scenes for high performing athletes. That reflection led me to ask my own research question. Why do so many athletes achieve incredible success yet still feel unfulfilled and lost? After hearing Valerie Field's message about how winning isn't everything, I began to wonder why do so many athletes who achieve incredible results still feel unfulfilled and lost? On this slide, we see an athlete sitting alone on the track, a powerful image of exhaustion and reflection. It represents that moment when the competition is over but the emptiness still remains. This question became the center of my research. I wanted to understand what causes this feeling, whether it's the physical pressure, emotional stress, or something deeper within the athlete's mindset. As we move on, I will explore the main reasons behind these emotions and what they reveal about success in sports. There are many reasons why athletes who appear successful still struggle emotionally. One of the biggest causes is pain, both physical and mental. Athletes push their bodies to extremes, often ignoring pain just to keep performing. Over time, that pain builds into frustration and emotional exhaustion. Another major fact is overtraining. Studies like the one by Olson show that when athletes train without enough recovery, their motivation and joy start to disappear. They become physically tired, mentally disconnected from the sport they once loved. And finally, pressure and stress. As Chinky explained that constant competition, expectation from coaches, and fear of losing can cause deep anxiety. Even when athletes win, they often don't feel happy because the pressure never ends. Together, these three pain, overtraining, and stress form a cycle that leads athletes to feel lost even at the peak of success. So far, we have seen how pain, overtraining, and pressure can leave athletes feeling lost, even when they are winning. These challenges build up quietly until they lead to something far more serious: burnout. Burnout happens when non-stop pressure and exhaustion drain an athlete's passion, motivation drops, focus fades, and even top performers start to lose joy in what they do. The best way to prevent this is through balance. When coaches build recovery time and mental breaks into training, athletes keep their energy and motivation strong. As Eschinki point out, success should include emotional health, not just performance results. When athletes feel supported and rostered, they perform better and find real fulfillment in their sport. But burnout isn't the only struggle. Another powerful source of pressure comes from how athletes view their own bodies and appearance. We have seen how burnout drains motivations, but another major pressure athletes face is about appearance. For example, in sports like figure skating, where how you look can seem as important as how you perform, male athletes often face intense body expectations. So, how do these weight and appearance pressures affect their mental health and well-being? Research by Volker found that these pressures can cause anxiety, body dissatisfaction, and even disordered eating behaviors. Constantly trying to fit into ideal body standards damages confidence and joy in the sport. Reducing appearance based pressure and promoting body acceptance is key to athletes' well being and fulfillment. True success should never come at the cost of mental health. After understanding how burnout and external pressures affect athletes, it's important to look deeper, beyond just physical performance. How can exploring the emotional and physical side of athletes lead to more meaningful and lasting success in sports? When athletes focus only on results, they will often ignore what is happening inside, their emotions, fears, and mental well being. But exploring the inner side of performance helps them build self awareness, emotional balance, and real confidence. According to Apache, many athletes rely on defense mechanisms like denial or repression to handle pressure, but this only causes long term stress and disaffection. He also explains that unresolved emotional conflicts and weak moral development can lead to impulsive or self defensive behavior. When athletes instead learn to face and understand their emotions, they experience genuine fulfillment, and that's what transfers temporary wins into long lasting success. Okay, now that we have seen how emotional awareness improves performance, let's look even deeper at how unconscious emotions and early life experiences shape athletes' behavior, performance, and fulfillment. Okay. Many athletes grow up facing difficult childhood experiences, things like neglect, loss, or emotional abuse, that leave deep emotional marks. These experiences can resurface later as perfectionism, fear of failure, or self doubt. According to Apache, unresolved emotional conflicts and weak moral foundations can lead athletes to act impulsively or self destructively, showing how hidden struggles beneath success can limit long term growth. Barsh added that many sports systems still lack the resources to support athletes through these deeper issues. Without proper mental health preparation, emotional wounds often go unnoticed until they cause burnout or crisis. Understanding this invisible layer, what psychologists like Jung call the unconscious mind, is essential for real change and lasting well being. Throughout this talk, we have seen that true success in sports isn't just measured by medals or titles, it's built on mental health, self awareness, and emotional fulfillment. Many athletes achieve incredible results yet still feel lost or empty because they have been taught to chase perfection instead of balance. But when coaches, teams, and sports systems start prioritizing well being, and everything changes. Ishibaka found that athletes who develop resilience, the ability to recover from stress and adapt to challenges, experience greater happiness and lasting motivation. And that's actually what Valerie Condosfield meant in her TED Talk. Success is not about winning, it's about becoming whole. Real achievement begins the moment an athlete learns how to care for both their mind and their heart. So, after all the research, reflection, and stories, one truth stands out. Winning doesn't define an athlete, fulfillment does. The athletes who learn to find joy, resilience, and balance in their journey, not just the outcome, are the ones who achieve true success. If we want the next generation of athletes to thrive, we must redefine what winning means, from chasing trophies to nurturing minds. Because in the end, success isn't about being the best in the world, it's about being the best for yourself. Before I close, I want to take a moment to thank my instructor and for their guidance throughout this project, and my group mates for their support, feedback, and encouragement. Your ideas helped shape this presentation into something I'm truly proud of. I guess that's all. Thank you for all for listening.